like nothing I felt. My mind overwhelmed, I think that I'm broken, but I only can't help. I know I'm not perfect, but some days I feel far more worthless. Baby, you make me feel nervous. If I still have you, I have purpose. It's all worth it.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. I guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. What's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray. I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Got a buildup of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby, have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no, you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay, and tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. And guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away. As you fade away. Your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away.
All right. How's everybody doing tonight? Thank you for tuning in. Cobalt Dale here. And I'm glad you tuned back in to our live streams. Hey, Milspec, welcome to the chat. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. Before we kick things off, if you guys don't mind, hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to the channel. And don't forget to turn on that notification bell so when I drop a new video or I go live, you guys get notified right away. In the description of the video, I do have a Discord that I started. I'm not very active in it, but I'm working on it. Give me time. I'm just getting started with all this live streaming and having a Discord channel. So if you guys want to join my Discord channel, you're more than welcome to. I'll chat with you guys there. If I ain't chatting to you here on the stream, don't think I'm ignoring you, but know that I'm here and I do see your comments. I sometimes have to watch everything. Hey, Cobalt Wifey, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. I'm glad you're here. Guys, don't forget to let me know if you hear any audio or video issues. Let me know in the comments, and I will try and fix that as soon as possible. But let's get this thing kick-started here. In the last episode, we were working on the base staff. We completed, here we'll go inside. We completed, well, look at what Dale did. He made a boo-boo. He reconstructed some of the soil underneath the ground, which reappeared back in our base. I'll have to get rid of that. But we finished the quest line with the Overseer, the Scientist, our Weapons Specialist, our Agricultural Specialist that we have back here, and we got all these plants growing up in here now. So we have all that. And we also completed our quest line for our Exocraft Specialist, Brigadier Opie. And we've got Scout Iowif has been completed too. So we've got all our base staff completed. We needed to fix up a couple little things in our Exocraft, which I told you off camera that I would go and gather up some materials so we could finish installing all the upgrades into our Exocraft, which I did. So we have all our hazard protection and everything installed except for the Icarus fuel system, which we need to find a hostile planet with storm crystals on. Yeah. I couldn't think there for a second, but we need to get ourselves about 9 storm crystals because we have 3 Exocraft at our base. We have the Colossus, which was the last thing that we put back together, and here we'll summon that up. And we needed to fix the hazard protection in that, which needed dioxide. Well, I went to our frozen planet where our first base was. You got the expedition done? That's great. There is a way to duplicate parts for your Iron Vulture if you want to design your own Vulture as well there, Milspec. I will show that later on in this series once we pick up the Iron Vulture. And nice, with a 4-square supercharged slot, that's very rare to get. You got to keep reloading until you get that thing. I know how that goes. But I will show later on in the stream series, my live series here, how to duplicate parts for your starships so you don't have to sit there and wait for ships to come in and things like that. And I'll be showing that later in the series. But we got ourselves a Nomad completely decked out, and we got our Exo Roamer completely decked out. I also went off camera and I collected some runaway mold so we could get a few extra nanites. I refined that down. Now we got ourselves 6,000 nanites. I spent a little bit of money buying some materials and things, so we got all that taken care of. I picked up a couple of extra technology slots for our starship so we could expand that a little bit and we can get some more technology in there. Now I know we have some technology in a storage box that we need to get put in there, and I will get that going right now. This way we can get some of that stuff out, and whatever else is left we can sell. So we have a Starship Shield module. We'll put that in our inventory. A hyperdrive module. We've got ourselves a couple of Sentinel weapon shards, which we can't install that yet. We have an hazardous protection for our exosuit, which I don't think we have enough room. No, we do need some exosuit upgrades for that as well. We're working on that. Hopefully I'll get that within the next couple episodes. Here, just a second. I've got to adjust my chat. Whoops. I don't know what's going on here. Trying to expand it a little bit because I can only see about half the writing you guys are putting in the chat. So give me just a second and I'll adjust this so I can see what's going on and you guys can see as well. Trying to get this OBS studio set up so I can see you guys' live chat, which really makes a difference. If you don't mind, hit a comment or something in there so it reverts it. Whoops. Okay, that did not work. What just happened? I lost my chat. Let's do this. I'm going to put a letter in there because I'm trying to get my chat to go back to the way it was. I don't know what happened. I lost my chat. Sorry, boys and girls. Give me just a second. Trying to get that chat set up. There we go. My bad. I apologize. Doing two things at once isn't easy. Okay, so we're back into this. We don't have any room in our exosuit, so we're going to have to get some expansion slots. And I have a map in my starship to help us get that. We got a couple of extra modules for a multi-tool. We have Sentinel exosuit fragments. So we got a few things that we could put into our exosuit. As you can see here, we have an extra map for putting that in. We also got a pulse spitter for our multi-tool as well. We got a few extra S-class modules and things that we can put into our starship. Here, I'm gonna clear this out. That's gotta go. I don't like dirt on my floors in the base. I don't know about you guys, if you like that stuff or not. I don't. I wanted to show you guys something that a lot of people don't talk about in No Man's Sky. Oh, then you made the forest square? Cool. I got a Discord. If you don't mind, drop the link or the coordinates to that station in my Discord channel there, Milspec. I'd appreciate that if you did. This way I can show others exactly where to get that myself. I'll put that in a video and I'll give you credit for that. I appreciate that. Let's see, where was I at? We've got quite a few things to do. We need to go back to our freighter at some point along the way, which we will do. We got computer-based archives that we need to follow along with. Let's do that right now. We'll get our base computer archive going. Recovered archive encrypted. Input recovery passkey to proceed. Let's try U. That was incorrect. There's only 3 choices here. Let's try Yahoo. That's wrong as well. So it's the top one. Once we do the top one, it'll move down the next time to the middle one. And it'll go back and forth. Top, middle, bottom, bottom, middle, top. That kind of thing. Data recovered 74%. New data available. Let's search the archives. Entry 4925X as follows. I saw another one of them today on the space station. They looked at me like I wasn't there, stared right through, was just a geck when I returned. Imagining things? Additional data available. Construction logs recovered, blueprints reassembled and prepared for download. Base technology data extracted, downloading plans. Appearance modifier plans restored. All right, so we got ourselves... Okay, I'll get a new Discord up in the description of the video after this stream there, Milspec, so don't worry, I will get it put in there. If not, you can check one of my other videos. I might have the link. I'm not sure. I'll have to update that for us. Readable archive retrieval complete, beginning defragmentation of the next segment. All right, so now we can install a base appearance modifier. We can put that right here inside our base. This way, it doesn't take up the entire room, but it's there. So we're going to plop that down, and this is what I like. I am going to check this out. I'm going to change our appearance real quick, boys and girls. Since I'm Cobalt Dale, we need to change a few things. I want the body shape of number 5, so we're tall and a little bit slender there. The head, let's see. We don't have... Oh, we do have the Atlas head shield. Isn't that something? It's not the one I want. I want the brain fart in progress. There it is. Sparse horizon. That's my helmet. We're going to go with a black and a dark blue. Perfect. Give the accents, which will be yellow. There we go. The torso. Let's see. We're going to do the industrial space suit since I don't have... What is it? No, I do have the armored chest piece. There we go. So let's do that. Black and dark blue. With the accented marks, we're going to go yellow. This way it looks like gold buckles on there. That's what I'm doing. The armor, we're going with the armored shoulder pads. That'll be black and dark blue with the accents. There we go. The gloves. We got the spacesuit gloves, which we can do the highlight the palms kind of thing. So we're going to go black, dark blue, and yellow. No, we don't want yellow. We want light blue. There we go. That looks pretty good with the gloves. I'm going to try and get through this about as quick as possible, boys and girls, so we ain't got so much time to waste on this. Black, dark blue, the armored leggings. There we go. Accents, which will be yellow. Perfect. There we go. The boots. We can do the armored boots with the accents, so that's black. No, wait. We want dark blue on the boots. There we go. We gotta switch this around. Is that light blue? Yeah, there it is. That's my bad. My bad. Dark blue with the yellow buckles on there. There we go. Our backpack. Can we get ourselves a good backpack? Let's see. Red, green, blue. Oh, gotta take that blue. You know how that works. Wait a second. Festive, Protechnic, Plasma Trail. There we go. And then we're going to switch this to the backpack. We're going to take the Atlas Flight Pack. There we go. We don't want the cape. We want the accented boosters. So we want a black backpack. Light blue. And we're going to go with the yellow. No. I'm going to go with the dark red. There we go. That should be pretty good. Maybe, hold on a second. Let's switch this around. Light blue and black. Is that it? Nope, it's the other way around. My bad. Sorry, got to get those colors right. I don't do them all the time. There we go. Perfect. That works out for me, except... Yeah, black and dark blue. That should work. And then we'll change our title. You know how this works. Cobalt Dale's got to be the notorious Cobalt Dale. Let's see if I can find it. It should be back here somewhere. The notorious Cobalt Dale. There we go. Perfect. So we got everything set up in there. That's our character. That's what we're going through. Oh, I missed the torso, didn't I? Yes, I did. So black and dark blue. There we go. With the yellow buckles. Perfect. That works out. All right, let's get out of here. We got our appearance modifier. Throw it into our base. Perfect. So now we changed our appearance. Let's hit that save beacon real fast. Let's see. We got the base computer. The archive should be ready for our next step. Let's get a few of these things out of the way before we take off from our base, because once we leave this base, we're not going to be back for a while. So let's hit the middle one since the top one was the last one we did. Let's get back in here. Archive unlocked. Automated archive recovery in progress. Data recovered 82%. New data available. Let's search the archives. Entry 4925X as follows. Thought I had hours to but the daylight is already fading. The sun is slipping. Light barely penetrates the thick rings looping endless around this. I need to hurry. Additional data available. Construction logs recovered. Blueprints reassembled and prepared for download. Exosuit technology data extracted. Downloading plans. Personal upgrade module synthesized from data scraps. Readable archive retrieval complete. Alright, so we got ourselves a C-class scanner module, which we will probably get a couple of these. I'm not going to read any more of this. I'm going to try and blow through this as quickly as possible to see if we can get this going a little bit faster. Nope, I keep hitting that one wrong. Let's go to the top one. Epic fails by Cobalt Dale. You saw it here first, folks. Don't think you can go to another channel and see these kinds of failures. All right. 4925X as follows. Time has come. Move on. Something is calling me. I can on my starship communicator, plotting route to the center. Log is lost. Let's search one more time, see what we get. Another upgrade module. Perfect. There we go. And then we got another scanner module. That'll help us out. So let's hit the save beacon. Let's go into our logs. We're going to go from the base computer archives. And what we're going to do now is do the ghosts in the machine. What we're going to do... Whoops. In and out. Sorry. Dale's a little confused. He's running back and forth. Boys, girls, you're seeing it. We're going to head over here. Oh, let me back out real quick. I forgot to check this. This is a daily thing. Every time we come here, we got 19,000 oxygen that we can either store in our storage box or we could take that to our starship and ship that out. But we're going to save it. We're going to send that to our storage container. And now we can wait another 24 hours and we'll have 20,000 more oxygen in our inventory. We're going to head up to the space station. Not actually the space station. What we're going to do is go to our... we're going to go to our freighter. And from our freighter, then we'll start the Apollo questline. This way we can take off in that area. Typical Cobalt. Yeah, I get a little confused, get a little overexcited sometimes. I mean, guys got to bear with me on this. I enjoy playing my game, and I hope you guys learn something from me as I'm going along in this stuff. I mean, this is by far my most favorite game. Now, I've deleted a couple main saves since I started playing this game back in, was that spring of 2018? So I've been playing it for quite some time. Actually, the fall of 2017. But I was working at that time and didn't have much time to play, but I did own the game. We're back at our freighter. Let's check out our fleet command so we can get that quest line, our freighter command. We'll get this out of the way so we can continue on with the rest of it. Fleet command online. Calibrating to Fleet Commander Loy of the CS5 Tadat's lost work. Now, as we go through this, you can hit the button to make it go a little bit faster, and it shows you that they're picking up some extra loot for you, like 35,000 units, another 33,000 units. Well, we catch all that, and what it does is it adds it to our freighter inventory. If we collect any kind of loot items like geodesite or anything like that, that will put it into our freighter cargo, which is in here. I mean, we have a couple of slots here. We do have an A-class run-of-the-mill capital freighter, which is pretty nice. We got that. We can upgrade this for the future. We need to get some cargo bulkheads so we can start expanding this bad boy. But for right now, we don't have to do anything with it. We're not going to use it, but we do have to make some freighter fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to come into our inventory. We're going to go to the fuel slot right here. This is the fuel tab for consumables. And we're going to make some warp cells, boys and girls. But in order for us to do that, where is it? Components. There it is. We need to make, let's make 5 of these. And over there on the right, it says 250 ferrite and 150 oxygen. Well, we've been picking up some of those materials. Like that oxygen, we get that free every day. So we'll make a few of those. We'll make some antimatter, which takes condensed carbon and chromatic metal. So we're going to make 5 of those. As you see, that's 125 chromatic metal. Be aware, if you need chromatic metal for something else or you need to install, make sure you have extra copper in your inventory somewhere so you can make more. And 100 condensed carbon. Condensed carbon can be made from regular carbon in your backpack refiner so you have it on the fly. But now that we got those 5 antimatters and antimatter housings, now we can make warp cells, and we're going to make 5 of those so we could charge up our freighter so we can use that to jump through the galaxy. Now you can see our hyperdrive range is only 194 units. If I were to take the hyperdrive off and put that somewhere else, we lose about 40 light years, boys and girls. So we definitely need to start upgrading our freighter in order for it to fly farther. And the way to do that, excuse me, is down here on the upgrade control to where we can go to base parts and upgrades. And what we need to get is salvage frigate modules up here. If we get those salvage frigate modules, then we could start opening up these extra hyperdrives for our freighter. But as you can see there on the window, this one says 8 salvage frigate modules. Now, frigate modules can be given to you by doing frigate missions, like coming to your navigator here and sending out a frigate that you have. Let's see our potential expeditions, like this trade expedition. That's 44 minutes, right? I believe that's what we have as a trade ship. Yes, we do. So we take that trade ship, we assign it to that mission. We got the fuel, and it's a 2-star. This is a 1-star mission. So if your freighter equals more than 1 star, or your frigate equals more than 1 star on the mission, it should be successful and not get damaged. But if it's a 1 star and it's equal to the same difficulty rating, that means it's a possibility, a 50-50 chance of taking damage, and that it'll be wrecked and it won't make it all the way through the mission. But if it's got a star higher than the difficulty rating, then it will be successful and it shouldn't take any damage. But there's always that slim chance. Spock, welcome to the stream. Thank you. If you guys hit an 07 to Spock in the chat, I appreciate the raid. Thank you, Raiders. I appreciate you showing up and joining the stream. Thank you. I appreciate that. Glad to see you guys here. Give a shout out to Spock and Maxi Bloke. Maxi Bloke, I'm glad to see you here too. If you guys haven't checked out those content creators, check them guys out as well. But since our fleet rating is 2 stars over the difficulty rating, that means our ship should be successful. So we'll send that out on a mission, and that will bring us back maybe some loot for our missions. Maxie, glad to see you here. I know you guys are messing with me. I appreciate you guys showing up to the stream. Throw an 07 in the chat, everybody. That's okay. It's a raid for me. I'm glad to see you guys here. I don't get to see you guys that often. But since we got that done, we're going to switch from our freighter mission, which we were doing. We're going back to Ghosts in the Machine, and we're going to start helping out Apollo. I'm just glad you guys are here. 2 good content creators. If you guys haven't checked them out on YouTube yet, head over to their page and check them out. I appreciate you guys for showing up and showing me the support. But 07s, everybody. All right, let's jump into our fighter. We're going to jump in, jump out, make that little save. And then we're going to head out into space and see what Apollo's got to say to us. Here we go. Use the Starship scanner. So we scan a little bit. And that should give us Apollo on the comms. Definitely said Cobalt. Let's check out our comms. Are you ready? Make sure you are. This job isn't going to be a small one. You might not be heading back to that base of yours for a while. Yeah, Apollo, I think I'm ready. Good. Let the hunt begin. I've detected a Korvax installation on that world of yours. The interference in your transmissions is a giveaway. It might be disguised in the style of another species, but don't be fooled. The synthetics delight in espionage. I'm just gonna cough. I'm not robotic. I was born just like you were, but this is no world for flesh. My brain, what organs I have left, everything was transferred to this shell. This is who I am. How'd this happen? I took my revenge when the time came. This is all you need to know. So, start from the hypothesis that the Sentinels use these portals to get around. How do you activate it? We need to observe. We need to summon them. And what better way than to attack a secret Korvax facility? They are both robotic life forms, too much in common, too much coincidence. Enter the factory and hack the terminal within. If we gain data about the Sentinels, good. If not, we'll have summoned enough of them to trace any energy spikes on that world of yours. The portal will be ours in no time. Let's download that facility's location. Right? Apollo nods at me. For the first time, I sense respect in their gesture. The approximate coordinates for the hidden facility are logged to my starship's navigation computer. All right. Now, that marker pops up on our screen and it'll send us to a random location here in this solar system. Now, you can go into your log and fly to a different solar system and then reset that mission if you so choose. But that's why I came to the freighter, so it keeps us away from our main base. Let's pulse over there. We'll get that going. We got some stuff we need to drop off at the space station. We will be selling some equipment and stuff. And we got a few things here, like this hyperdrive module. Let's install that into our starship while we got a free moment. There we go. So that gives us a little bit more. Whoops, bounced off the atmosphere there. So we'll spend a little bit too much time in my inventory. I try to be fancy like the rest of you guys. It just don't work sometimes. You know what I'm saying? Let's get down to this marker and find out where this Korvax facility is. Do a little scan. There it is. So when this marker appears on the ground, within 500 units, I can see the building down here. It's either that one. Let's go check out this marker up on the hill. Usually within 500 units of where the marker appears, this looks to be an abandoned facility. Let's head down to the manufacturing facility down here. That's what I saw. There's a landing pad there, but usually within 500 units of that marker, somewhere on the ground is where your objective is. But I know it's probably this one right here, so we'll hop out. Let's take a look through our scanner. 692, so it was the one up on the hill. So we need to go back to that one up there, boys and girls. But what I'm going to do, hit that save beacon, hit the goodie boxes while we're here. Get whatever free materials we can. Because here in a minute, we're going to be attacking some Sentinels. So let's get everything we can. We landed on a free landing pad, so we'll be able to take off without using any launch fuel and get us back up to that facility up on the hill. I thought it was that one down there. Go figure. At least there's a free landing pad here, too. So there should be some Sentinels around here as well. Now we'll use our scanner. As you can tell, that's it. Target's in range. Pops open our marker right there. So I'm going to come over here to the save beacon. That makes this facility end up on this planet. Let's go in here. Let's make sure we got enough bullets. We got to make a few extra bullets. We got enough for our paralysis mortar, so that's good. We got a Starship shield module. Let's install that into our Starship real fast. This way we can get a little extra shield so we get some room in our inventory. That's pretty much what I'm trying to do, is make a little bit of room. There we go. Let's get some of this stuff into our Starship. Get this stuff out of there. There we go. Now we got a little bit of room. So what we're going to do is we're going to attack this facility. And as soon as we do, the Sentinels are going to start coming. So make sure you're prepared when you're ready to go into this building. So let's take and shoot the door off. Now the Sentinels are coming. You can see the little red beacons everywhere. I'm going to start blasting some Sentinels here. This way, we take out the healers and the summoner first. Once we get those guys taken out, these guys are easy to take out because the summoner's not summoning anymore. There we go. You can use your paralysis mortar to freeze them if you so choose. That's what I use. You guys might have a plasma launcher. Ooh, where did that come from? Where is he? Look for the little red dots on the screen. There we go. Uh-oh. There's a quad dog locking on to us. Dagnabbit. These guys here you take out about as quickly as you can go. Because the quad dogs take down your shields as quickly as possible. As you see up there in the top left, he knocked out our shields pretty good. So what we need to do is run over here, grab another barrel, make sure we're completely healed up. There's a sentinel over there somewhere. Hopefully we can attract his attention. Don't forget to take out the summoner, the little triangle shaped guys first. Once those guys are taken out, then you take out your little healers, the little cylinder looking guys. Oh. There we go. And make sure you reload before you run out of bullets. I can hear a quad dog around behind us somewhere. Look at there. Summoner summoning in some more. Alright. Let's reload. Uh-oh. Get off here. What is going on? Alright, we need to reload our plasma launcher. Come on, where is it? Are you serious? Why is our plasma launcher, our paralysis mortar, not reloading? That's annoying. There we go. Uh-oh. We're getting our butt kicked, boys and girls. Look out, we could die. Trying to show you guys something and it's not working right. We got to get a couple of these barrels, recharge our shields a little bit. That was close. Reinforcements are coming. There's a sentinel over here somewhere. Where is he? Right there, stuck in the dirt. Perfect. There we go. Reload. Take out a few of these guys. Excuse me. Got a little bit of sinus action going on here. All right. This shouldn't be too bad. We're gonna get ourselves there he is. There's the mech warrior. Take him out quick. Reload. Get him again. There we go. Take him out pretty quick. Oh, there's the summoner. Gotta take that guy out fast. I think we're getting beat up, boys and girls. I don't know about you. Gotta watch out for these holes, man. They're everywhere now. There we go. Let's recharge our hazard protection real fast. Recharge everything before the next wave shows up. We'll wait with the paralysis mortar. Oh my goodness. Wow. There we go. Come on. There we go. Reload. Uh-oh. There's the Sentinel Walker, boys and girls. We're going to get hammered now. Whew. Look out. I want to take this guy out first. There we go. Once you get the Sentinel Walker, start taking out his legs. You got his shin pads, his thigh pads, or whatever you want to call them, and that pretty much cripples him. But I want to take out the summoner and these two healers so they can't heal that walker while we're fighting him. Keep him kind of paralyzed and then shoot away. Take out his little armor on the outside of this thing. There we go. You can see his little health bar up there in the air. It's going down pretty quick. So we're doing pretty good. Let's reload. There's a sentinel over there. There it is. Take that bad boy out. Uh-oh. Why is my paralysis mortar not recharging? That's a bug in the game, boys and girls. Uh-oh. Almost died. We lost our shields. There we go. We got lucky. Woo. Could have died right there. You guys would have seen the end of the whole series right there. Okay, since we took out the Sentinel Walker, let's switch back to our mining beam. But you see that up there? It says a Walker Brain. We're going to jetpack up into the air and land on top of this thing, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to collect the Walker Brain out of it, and then we shoot it, and we get a second Walker Brain out of it. So we get 2 Walker Brains for the price of 1 out of one of them Sentinel Walkers. Now we can walk around and pick up all these barrels, these combat supply barrels. So what I like to do is look through my scanner. As you can see, there's a combat supply. It shows that little gear or little cog. And around the area, you can see there's one over there. I think I picked up most of them. So yeah, there's just a couple laying around. We're going to pick these up. And we get Sentinel shards and glass and stuff like that from them. Pugnium, bullets. It even re-heals our shields, that kind of stuff, in case we're damaged. Come on. There we go. I was getting beat up, boys and girls. You saw that here. Whew. Almost died, lost my shields. But since we got all those taken care of, what it did is it threw up the location of a Sentinel tower, which is what, 36 minutes by foot in that direction. And we also picked up, let's see, in our exosuit, we should have gotten a, no, we did not get it. Impressive. Usually we get a Sentinel map. We probably have one here in our inventory. Planetary chart, no. No, we did not. Usually we get a Sentinel boundary map that lets us know where to go find the Sentinel pillar. But we didn't get one of those, so that's okay. We got one marked on the planet. Let's open this up and see what it's got to say. Oh, look at here. We got to repair it. So we got some sodium. Got some, oh, we don't have any pure ferrite on us? Uh-oh. And some chromatic metal. So what we need to do is go into our inventory. We got some magnetized ferrite. What I'm going to do is break this down to about 150. We're going to go to our exosuit and drop this into our backpack refiner, and that'll make pure ferrite. So it's a 1-to-2 ratio. If you put pure ferrite into your refiner, 2 pure ferrite will make 1 magnetized ferrite. So it's just a reversed refining process. Should only take a few seconds. And we got quite a bit right here. That's not bad. So we'll have a little bit of extra pure ferrite in our backpack so we can carry that around in case we need it again later. Most of the time, we don't need pure ferrite or magnetized ferrite in our inventory unless we're doing some kind of base building. So let's go back in here, open this up, and then we'll drop that pure ferrite in there and see what it tells us. Maybe we'll get some information for Apollo. The terminal houses an upgrade module for my exosuit. However, I find few clues for Apollo. It seems the Korvax within left this world many days ago, apparently recalled on a priority transmission to their species flotilla. Something has them worried. Let's probe the factory. Delta One, welcome to the stream. Thanks for tuning in. There's another great content creator. If you guys haven't checked out Delta One's channel, check him out because he's the speedrun king for expeditions, and he does speed runs every week while the expedition is running. So if you guys haven't checked him out yet, don't forget to check out Delta One on YouTube. Let's probe the factory logs. This place seems to have been more than just a factory. It was a home to the Korvax who lived within its walls. It appears that they were experimenting with autonomy from their collective. Let's examine the video feeds. I know, right? Delta who? Who's Delta? Delta's he's the speedrun king. Don't let him fool you, everybody. He knows what he's doing. One of the internal sensors has recorded movement within the facility. It shows me footage of the vents at my feet. There is something in here with me. Let's shine a light on it. I shine a light upon it. It is a small, hairy creature shaking and afraid. It cries out. The animal appears to have lived here for quite some time. There is a nest in the corner, vestiges of food upon a small dish, even a few clumsy toys and trinkets. The animal seems to have been a companion to the Korvax. My scanner tells me that the creature is gravely ill. It will die no matter what intervention occurs. So, yeah, I'm going to put it out of its misery. We're going to euthanize it. Pew pew! As the creature looks mournfully up at me, I fire a single charge of my multi-tool. It shivers no more. Its suffering is at an end. I move on from the factory complex. And there we go. So we picked up a little bit of information for Apollo, but it doesn't seem like we picked up anything else. But we did fight off, yeah, right? Pew, pew, pew. Shots fired. Look out, Delta. Elon Paul's good, but I think that guy practices offline so nobody can see him making his mistakes and taking his notes. But Delta does it, and Delta takes notes and lets everybody know what he's doing while he's doing it. So they're in direct competition. Even Jason Plays tries to beat Delta, but he always fails. And Jason wants to be first. You guys know that. Jason has to be the best at it. But I like to see Delta be best. Because Delta don't even try. He might put in a little effort and goof around while he's on a live stream, but Delta always knows how to take notes, and he beats them all the time. That's why he's the king. Of course, you know, Delta came up with this speedrun thing. He was the first one to do it. I haven't seen anybody else hit that speedrun niche. Nobody else does that. Nobody else even touched it until Delta did. So I know Delta's the speedrun king. We're going to take off. We're going to return to space. We're going to make contact with Apollo again. We're going to let him know what we found at the facility. Hopefully we can head up to the space station as well. Uh-oh, we got something coming in on the comms. Good work. Your attack on the factory paid off. Did you get any useful data? No. No matter. We have what we need. I recorded countless signal flares when the Sentinels started to appear. Energy streams sparked beneath the planet's surface, moving from one monolith to another monolith. We must be on the right track. Examine these structures. They are all linked, I know it. I'll attune your scanner to the Sentinel energy signals. We shall soon have our prey. Good luck. I'll speak to you on the other side. All right, Apollo, we'll catch you on the flip. I know he'll end up sleeping on the couch tonight because I got his head so big. His wife and daughter will be sleeping in his bed while he's on the couch. We know what's going on. If I could puff up Delta's ego just a little bit more, we won't have to worry about Boeing air flights anymore. We'll just hop on Delta's shoulders and we'll fly along with him. Don't worry, Delta, I still love you no matter how big your head gets. Let's head to the space station. We're going to try and sell some of these C-class modules that we got. This way we can open up a little bit more space in our inventory. And maybe pick up a backpack expansion slot. I don't know if we will or not. But we need a couple in our couch head Delta. Right? It'd be like one of them big blow-up beanbag chair kind of things. You know what I'm talking about. All right. Let's head over here. We're going to jump up on the second deck. We're going to go to the multi-tool guy first so we can check out, see if we get anything for our multi-tool to upgrade it a little bit. There might be a pulse spitter module here. Yes, there is a pulse spitter. We're going to pick that up since we got ourselves 7,500 nanites from grinding up all that runaway mold from our 2 runaway mold bases. We'll take that. Now we're going to sell all the C-class modules, boost for our exocraft. We don't need those. We'll get rid of those. And yeah, look at that. We got ourselves, we basically got that module for free. Perfect. Can't get an exosuit upgrade, but let's check our exosuit. We're completely jammed up. We need to get ourselves some more technology modules. So we're going to have to start hitting other solar systems. This way we can get that expansion. We can go to the space anomaly, but I think we hit it already in this system, so we won't have that extra exosuit expansion. Let's check this out real quick. A Minotaur laser. We don't need a Minotaur laser. We need exocraft lasers and boost modules. So we're good here. Let's see if we could find anything. We got ourselves that C-class ship, but we could always use a better one. We need to make a little bit more money, boys and girls. We're getting kind of low on that. Let's see here. We got our pulse spitter module. Let's check out our multi-tool. Yeah, we need a little bit more room for our multi-tool. I mean, we've got an X class here and an S class, but we need another one. Let's take this. We're going to move this over. We're going to install this pulse spitter module. Yeah, once we get some more expansion slots going for our pulse spitter, this will open up a lot more. But we just got everything kind of jammed in there for now. That's okay. We'll get it going. It ain't going to take us much longer. Let's bring word of Apollo's plan to Nada in the space anomaly. We got ourselves some some extra technology data modules that we can use to buy more base building parts so we can expand our base a little bit better. Get some more equipment and technology going on in there so we can have a little bit better base. Oh, geez, now you're calling me out? I am not fast. You guys see me doing my streams. If you watch my videos at all, you know I'm not a speed run man. I'm very thorough and I like to go through everything. I'm definitely not a speed run man. My fastest speed run time would probably be about 4.5, 5 hours on an average. I'm not that good. I don't take all the notes I need to. I just enjoy playing the game. I mean, this is my favorite game by far out of all time. I mean, Skyrim used to be my most favorite game. I put in at least 5,000 hours into that game. But this one here, since I got it, thanks, Delta. I appreciate that. That's true, Delta. It's true. I could give it a try and see what happens. Don't know until I try. We'll have to do a live stream probably towards the end of the expedition time frame, because I'm still doing that expedition playthrough series plus this playthrough series, and I have a survival playthrough series as well. Yeah, I know my wife is selling me out. It's a shame. Can't trust nobody now. Just kidding, wifey. What knowledge, traveler, is Apollo entity known to you? Let's explain Apollo's plan to Nada. A traveler entity that is not known to Nada, yet they know Artemis entity, who themselves no longer recalls Nada. You bring news that alarms Nada. What else does our home fail to see? Nada looks troubled. They retreat into themselves. What do we do now, Nada? Polo friend has kept us safe. Nada's carapace has been Nada's, and Nada's only, for many years, outside the cycle of data. We help others escape, those who might process our reality. Nada has peace here. Those who hunt us cannot see us. Nada does not want it to end. But better to understand, to know what comes for us. Do not stop on our account. Okay. So Nada just gave us 80 nanites and 150 quicksilver into our little bank account. So now we've got 450 quicksilver, which we can go to the quicksilver merchant and start buying stuff. And we got our nanites. So let's go over and talk to Polo real fast and see what he's got to say. Nada is alarmed by Apollo friend. I am not. It is exciting to see where our model fails. If we are wrong, then there are more friends than we realized. More friends and more stars. What about the Sentinels, Polo? Novel Apollo allies himself with the Viking, enjoys the hunt, the Sentinels. Good, but it will not work. They will always come. It is beyond us to change. Everywhere our home has been, the hunters will follow. Cool. I play Spock on that note. I play Fallout 4 on the side too. I just bought it for PC when it was on sale for that Fallout TV series that came out. I paid $10 for the entire package. That was the Fallout 4 vanilla game plus all the expansion packs, the workshops and all that. Got it for $10 on Steam. That was a really good deal. No, we can't get an expansion suit slot here. Let's go into here. And we got all the prefab buildings. We got all the cuboids. I want to get the save point. This way we can have a save beacon everywhere we go. Everything else in here we don't really need at this point of the game. So we're going to skip through that. We can get the Pilgrim Geobay. I like that. Get the little motorcycle. We don't need the Nautilin. That'll be given to us later in the game. Let's see. We can get the underwater later. Just a bunch of decorations for the most part from what I see. We don't really need anything. I want to buy some of these little decorations real fast. We'll get these out of the way because there's a couple lights in here that I like to have for setting up around my base so you can see at night instead of throwing out all them fire barrels like we used to. I like all these decorative modules that came out with the Orbital update. They're pretty sweet. I like the holographic pictures and stuff. You guys like those things? Yeah, Polo. Tell us something. I think Polo lets on more than he knows, you know what I'm saying? But Nada, he wants to know everything and never tells us anything. I think that guy's like a saboteur or something. I kind of get that feeling from The Matrix. You remember the architect that Neo was trying to talk to, that old lady that lived in that apartment building? I think that's what Nada is. Nada's like that old architect. Nada designed everything, but sits here and hides all the information from us. Let's see. Do we need anything for our starship at this point? We need... we got shield modules. I would like to pick up a weapon for our starship as well. And that would be the infraknife. We do have the infraknife already purchased. Let's buy the Emerald Drive. We're going to get that. And then we're going to get ourselves the Indium Drive. This way we can have all the drives installed into our starship later in the game. And we can move on with that. Let's go over to the Exocraft Specialist. Oh, I love The Last Airbender. Are you watching the anime series or the Netflix TV series? The TV series is pretty good. And from what I hear, they're supposed to be coming out with a second season to that real soon. So I'm pretty excited with that. Yeah, I remember the spy. Yeah, I never talked to them. They're the one that's on the ramp down by the Quicksilver mission board. So yeah, I never talked to that person. There is a spy. But they've changed that since then too. We're going to pick up a few more things here. We're going to get the amino chamber, hydraulic wiring. We're going to buy up all these extra tools because I want that warp hypercore. That's going to make a difference. There we go. Now we don't need any of this stuff here per se. That'll be given to us later if we so choose to get it. Once we have enough nanites, we'll be all set up. We've got all the multi-tool things that we need, so I'm not gonna waste too much time on this. Yeah, everything else we need will be given to us later in the game, so not too worried about it. We'll get the barrel ionizer and the ricochet module for the bolt caster just because. There we go. But we've got all the technology and everything we need, so let's go talk to Ares and Helios, and we'll pick up whatever extra free nanites that we got. Hopefully we can get those taken care of. And because, you know, all that scanning that we're doing, that gives us extra free nanites. What do we get out of that? Only got, what, 60? Oh, we didn't discover much at all on that one. Yeah, the foundation? What's foundation on? What is that on? I don't know if I've seen that yet or not. Is that a good show? Because I'm always looking for a new good show to watch. We didn't even get any nanites from Ares there. That kind of sucked. Oh well, so we got everything done here, boys and girls. So we're going to head back out into space. And we're going to start looking for the rest of those signals for Apollo. So we'll jump in, jump out, make that quick little save. Let's see. Now we could install the infra knife. Let's see. Yeah, we don't want that. We want the weapons. The infra knife. That's going to take phosphorus and wiring looms. That's okay. We can get the phosphorus off of a hot planet. So we're going to install that piece of technology right now. Plus the upgrade for it, the resonator. We're going to install that. Since we just learned how to make hydraulic wiring, we can make all the other stuff, quantum computers and wiring looms. That's perfect. So we need 3 of those and 1 of those. Let's see if we can make the hydraulic wiring first. Hydraulic wiring, let's view the crafting steps. So we need to make a few nanotubes. There we go. We got a few nanotubes. We got the dihydrogen. We need salt. Okay, so we need to get some salt out of our storage box back at our base. We can make quantum computers, though. We can make a few of those. 2, 3, right? That's all we need. Let's see. We need 1. 1 quantum computer. I made too many. Go figure, right? Yeah, person of interest. That person of interest show is really good, but where's Foundation? Is that on Netflix? Is that on Hulu or something? What streaming service is that on? I haven't caught that one yet. I'd like to see it. Jump in, jump out. We're gonna have to buy some parts and pieces for our infra knife on our starship. Once we get that infra knife in there, I'll get rid of the photon cannons. I don't care for the photon cannon too much. It's not my weapon of choice. Okay, so we're back out in space. Let's go into our log. We don't need to install the Emerald Drive quite yet. We're doing the Leap in the Dark quest line. So let's hit our scanner, I do believe, so we can pick up and find out where the portal ley lines are at. All right, where are you at? Over here. Back on the planet that we just came off of, isn't it? No. Yeah, it is. Right there. Just to get past the anomaly. Go figure, right? We'll head down here real fast. Our inventory's kind of spread out. We could put the conflict scanner into our starship as well. There we go. Put that in there. Now we can find out the conflict on each solar system as we fly around in the galaxy map, so that helps us out. Oh, that's on Amazon Prime? All right, I'll check it out on Amazon Prime. Thanks, Maxie, I appreciate that. If you guys haven't seen it yet, House of Dragon 2nd season is out now on HBO Max, Hulu. That's where I seen it at. And that's a pretty good series. If you like the Game of Thrones series, that is. A lot of people don't. Some people do. But I've heard most people like that series. I loved Game of Thrones. That was pretty good. We are looking for a probably a plaque or something like that. That's our second stop for Apollo. There's a placard here somewhere. I seen it when we were flying in. Where did it go? There it is, right over there on the hill. Isn't it? Nope. That's not it. All right. We're going to land up here on top of the hill. Oh, there it is. I see it now. It's at the bottom of the hill. Oh. Yeah, Person of Interest came out in the early 90s, but it was still good. The lead character in that series played in a movie not too long ago about child trafficking. He did a really good part in that movie. I really liked it, and it reminded me of Person of Interest, the way he did his acting style in that movie. Me and the wifey, Cobalt Wifey, went and seen that. That was a really good movie. We got free tickets to it to go see it. Cobalt Wifey, what was the name of that movie? Do you remember? Something Angels or something? I don't know what to expect as I approach the structure. An army of Sentinels, perhaps? Some gateway through which I'll find Artemis. But in the shifting structure of this monolith, I can feel something else. A story. A vision. It is already burning itself into my eyes. The Traveler. Arrival. The Traveler awoke beneath the shadow of a red star. Through the lonely cosmos they fled, yearning for purpose and meaning. They found an anomaly, an aberration, a door to the heavens. No Gek, no Vy'keen, no Korvax could see it. Only the Traveler could perceive the portal, though they did not know how to step through. They did not know the secret language, the glyphs. They did not yet grasp the price of the final truth. Let's witness the glyphs. I am filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveler. I see glyphs in my mind, part of the code I need to activate a portal. As I depart, I spot a Sentinel drone in the distance. It moves away quickly. Okay. So there's a drone around here somewhere he's sneaking about. Let's take a look around, see if we can scan anything. We've got all the creatures, I believe, on this planet in this system. That's all right. Let's take a look real fast. Yeah, we got one more creature to discover, and that is uncommon flying diurnal creature. So it should be flying around here in the daytime. I haven't seen it yet. And we've been on this planet a couple times. You ever watch The Mentalist, Maxie? That was a pretty good series too. That was late 90s, I believe. It only ran for what, 3-4 seasons? That was a pretty good series. The Mentalist, there was another one too. Came out about the same time as that. But I like the Person of Interest. Finch was a great actor. There we go. Catch up a few things here. Let's see what else we can grab while we're in the area. Since we're here, we got the glyph sets. Let's jump back in our ship. We're going to get this moving along a little bit here. We're going to do a little scan, see where it takes us for our next ley line. Take off. Shouldn't be too far away, I hope. Leverage, yeah, that was a good show too. That was the one with the lead guy was a thief and he had his little crew of roadies around with him with him, right? There's what? The black guy, that female, she was a cat burglar, and then there was that other woman, she was what, a historian or some stuff. And they all went around saving people. Isn't that what Leverage was? Lie to me? Not sure if I heard of that before or not. Man, this is taking a little minute. Oh, I'm going to the Sentinel pillar. Whoopsie. See, too busy watching chat. Not paying attention to where I'm flying. I could have smacked into a mountain. Thanks, Maxie. I think he's trying to get me killed, get me off course. Never fails. Maxie's always got some kind of sneaky plan going on. All right, what are we looking for here? Oh, there's an ancient ruin right here. We'll land here. I think these things are cool. Too bad you can't build buildings like this. You know, the ancient ruin style. Let's learn a few words before we hit the little placard thing. Gather up a couple words. The more words we learn, the better off we are. If you guys are losing hazard protection, don't forget you can come inside these ancient ruin structures like this, and that'll recharge your hazard protection, just so you know. Blah 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 imminent. As I approach the structure, I feel that same burning sensation in my eyes. There is nothing to read, and yet I am more aware of these words than anything I have ever known. Excuse me. The Traveler, Sin. The Traveler found a way. They always did. The first drone screamed when it was cut open. Within the shattered memories of Sentinels, the Travelers found the glyphs they needed. They passed through the gateway, emerging before the face of omnipotence. The Traveler asked the Atlas how many worlds were left to visit. They had seen so many in their life. They did not wish to die before they saw them all. And the Atlas answered, 18 quintillion 446 trillion 744 billion 73. There's just 18 quintillion planets, all right, and a whole lot more than could be seen in any lifetime. It was impossible to explore the universe before the Traveler died. Let's witness the glyphs. I am filled with the knowledge of an ancient traveler. I see the glyphs in my mind, another piece of the code. I think of the Atlas. I have encountered this name many times in my travels, yet its true nature still eludes me. The vision fills me with fear. All right. Well, that was a little odd. So there's like 18 quintillion planets in the universe. And from what I have learned playing the game, there are 257 galaxies. But as a traveler in the game, we are only allowed to travel to 255 of them. The 256th galaxy was used by a like the Quintinian Empire or something like that. They used that galaxy as like a war galaxy where they do PvP, that kind of thing in. But the 257th galaxy, I believe, is what Hello Games uses for their testing grounds. But that's the knowledge I've learned playing the game and talking to the community and from what everybody else has said. Right? I'm just glad you guys are here. I appreciate it. I try to do the full storyline. I try to do the walkthrough with the base, everything as I'm streaming. This way, you know, there's a lot of new players that are joining the game, and they're coming in from Nintendo. They're coming in from PlayStation. They're coming in from, what is that, the Switch? They're opening up, what is that, the Facebook Meta or whatever it is. They're actually able to play on that too. VR headsets. So hopefully I could teach everybody at least one little thing. And I've been getting a lot, my new subscribers, I've been getting a lot of new subscribers to my channel that have never played the game before within the last couple weeks because of the Adrift Expedition. And I really appreciate those people showing in and telling me in the comments that they're learning something from me. Yeah, Delta's definitely rusty on his refining. The only thing he knows how to use a refiner for is how to duplicate stuff. If he can duplicate carbon, he will do it. I know Delta. Yeah, I think 257 is the Hello Games testing ground for everything. But there are 257 galaxies in this game. But they only list 255 in the list of galaxies. It's about buying stuff. Delta, when I see more than 5 portable refiners on the ground at the same time, I know that's not buying. You can tell them stories to somebody else. That's story time with Delta. If you guys haven't caught that episode yet, you should watch it. Story time with Delta. All right. Let's see what this monolith's got for us. Blobbity 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 blah, blobbity blobbity blah. Everything here is tinted in that same red, the same unobservable crimson that fills my vision when I blink. I can only hope this structure holds the final glyphs, that my trial at these ruins is nearly over. The Traveler, a purpose. The Atlas told the Traveler they were the first of their kind, that a multitude would follow. Each would be endowed with the same noble soul, each able to travel from planet to planet in eternal solitude. The first Traveler rejected the gift of the Atlas. This is not what they hoped for. What was the purpose of infinity if you could not see it all? If you were alone? If you would one day die? The first Traveler cursed the Atlas and claimed that they would find a way to survive no matter the cost. All of these worlds, all of time itself, it would be for the Travelers to witness. I am filled with the knowledge of an ancient Traveler. I see the final glyphs in my mind, the final portion of the code. All right. And the first Traveler, does anybody know who the first Traveler is in No Man's Sky? Can you guys tell me in the comments? Let me know. I want to see how many people know the actual storyline of what's going on. I know the name of the first Traveler. I know the name of the Traveler that created this big mess that we're in as we're doing No Man's Sky, the quest line. Trying to find Artemis and all that stuff. So I know who did what. Blobbity 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 blah. Hey now, be nice. If I don't know what it's saying, I gotta say something. Can't just sit there and be quiet. It's blobbity 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 blah. Sean Murray? No, it's not Sean Murray. The actual creator of the universe is a person called Telemon. We've run across them in one of the expeditions. Well, it's actually a quest line, Telemon. Telemon is the person that created the universe to begin with. The Atlas was its receiver of that knowledge. The first Traveler who created the problem with the Atlas. Do you know that Traveler's name? Do a little scan here. We'll get that last portal ley line. I think this will take us to a portal now. If you guys haven't found a portal at this point in the game, this little piece of the quest line, A Leap in the Dark, will bring you to a Stargate, as I like to call them. Every Sean procedural. No, Null is the first Traveler that was created by the Atlas to go through the universe and see all the planets and everything. But Null found out that he was going to die, and he's like, I want to live forever. So what he did is reset the Atlas, and that's why the Atlas is now glitched out, and the Sentinels are an antivirus program that is trying to fix the infection, which is the Travelers. The Sentinels considered the Travelers an infection or a virus in the Atlas computer system, and that's trying to clean up the system. But the Atlas only has 16 minutes left of actual functional time before its program or a reboot happens. But Telemon is the one that deals with laylapse. And if you ever go to the boundary failures, the boundary failures talk about the creator of the universe, which in my thoughts and processes from what I got, Telemon was an actual human, and he put his subconscious into the virtual reality that we see as travelers flying around in the universe and all the planets and everything. And an entire species of humans tried to download their entire existence into a computer that the Atlas was holding for everybody. And Null, the computer program, screwed it all up for everybody, and now that's why the Sentinels are out. Anytime you see a Sentinel pop up near you and you attack something, well, them Sentinels now believe that you are Null, and they try to eliminate you because you're a bad person. That's what I get from doing the storyline a little bit, and from the things I discovered at the boundary separation failures, them big O-rings that you find on certain planets. Traveler anomaly confirmed. Breach. 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 I approach the portal. I think of every passing thought and idle wish that led me to this moment. Within this gateway, I might find Artemis. I might find the source of the Sentinels. I might find a whole new universe. But it is more than this. This is not fate. I am making a choice, a leap of faith that somewhere out there in the dark I will find who I am meant to be. Let's put in those glyphs. I step forward, not knowing what I will find on the other side, but I feel it deep in my heart, the call towards a deeper truth. This will be the start of everything. You can't have me, Null. I love my liberty too much. Okay, if you guys haven't done it yet, you can put a base here at this portal, and this will allow you to come back and use this portal later in the game if you haven't done that. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to drop a little base computer here, and I will come back later to set up this location as a portal base. This way I can get to the galactic core later after I have all the glyphs. So let's set this up and claim this base. Now be aware, once you set up this base, your base computer archives will now start loading in from this. So if you don't choose a different base computer, you will always be using the last one that you put in. But what I'm going to do is come in here and I'm going to change this name for this base. We'll call this just Stargate. There we go. That way we got it. The base is too small to upload, but I will throw a save beacon down here as well. This way we save it before we jump through the portal. Our starship is there. Are you guys ready? We're going to hit the portal now. I'll see you guys there. But yeah, Null is the one that screwed up everything for everybody, and this is why he keeps asking us to go find the Atlas. Well, the Atlas turns around and ignores Null, and Null gets upset by this, so he starts creating problems for the new travelers like Artemis and Apollo, and he tries to get all these travelers to go to the Atlas to ask why they're not talking to Null. Null was kind of greedy in his beginning. Ooh, we're on a dissonant planet. Uh-oh. Can we find any anomalous things? No. But we can sure do some scanning. But Null is the first traveler from what I gather. Ooh, I want to get one of these. There we go. Perfect. I got one. Yay. Scan the creature. You know, they say this is a hostile planet, but I haven't seen any Sentinels and I'm jumping around. There we go. We are now in the face of the omnipotent, almighty Atlas. But before we go talk to the Atlas, what I like to do is, you see these little white nodes on the floor? These contain words, kind of like word stones. So if you run around these within like a couple units of it, it will pop, and usually they will give you a word. Some of them have words, some of them don't. But I like to do like a little clover leaf pattern in the area where all these nodes are at. And each time you go see an Atlas, you get more and more of these little white nodes on the floor. They'll appear everywhere. You'll have like 10 in each section of this little clover leaf pattern. This way, you will actually learn the words to speak to the Atlas later in the game. Now, you might not learn all the words. I think there's like 450 words to speak to the Atlas. Like the Viking and their dictionary, they have 550 words to learn to speak their entire language, so you know every word. On my main playthrough, I'm pretty close to learning every word for each species. I think I'm about 50 or 60 words away. That's why I stop at a space station and I collect at least 10 words per station. So there's no excuse that you're not learning words. How many times have I done that storyline? Which one is that? The main storyline for the game? I believe I've done it at least 15 times. I've walked through the main storyline of the game. The new part after you make it to the end of the Atlas storyline, I haven't really done the autophage. I did do it one time with the autophage where I got my S-Class scepter and I got the autophage body parts and stuff like that. But once I deleted that save, I lost all that stuff, so I had to start over again. I just completed the main storyline on my main save and moved to the Eisentam Galaxy. And I plan on starting the autophage quest line sometime soon on my personal playthrough. But once I go through this series that we're doing here on this live stream, I will be taking us through the autophage quest line. I'm going to say hello. And you guys will all be able to see and follow along as I see how the quest line goes. So just know that it's coming in the future. It will be there. Hello, world. An audio recording plays, echoing out across the vast interface. We were once travelers. We once aspired to be more than dirt and dust. The audio clicks. Time passes. Show me a world, Atlas. Show me something no one has ever seen before. The voice ends. The interface grows still and silent. It awaits a command. Now, at this point, you could wipe the system, and I believe, I have never done it, but I believe that it'll reset you back to the point in which you started, and then you have to go through it again. But I'm going to perform a diagnostic so you guys can see this. I know, right? I've done it quite a few times. I enjoy going through the storyline. And as each time they do an update to the game, the storyline changes. It's very subtle little hints as to the main storyline. Just like talking to people at minor settlements and stuff, those little missions that they installed in there, their storylines and their little quotes and speeches and things like that that you talk to these people, that changes as well. So if you guys aren't paying attention to that, you're going to miss some tidbits along the way as to what the main Atlas storyline is about. See, they didn't have laylaps back when I first started. So that little piece of the quest line, what was that? The Pioneers update that they did that where you have your settlements and stuff. Well, they tied Laylapse into that, and that's where Telemon comes from, and it literally tells you about the main storyline overall. You can go back into your Discoveries tab, and you could read the storyline in whole through there as you find bits and pieces of the information, and it does install it in your storyline step by step, like bullet point 1, bullet point 2, that kind of thing. It does go through it. The voice ends. The interface grows still and silent. It awaits a command. Let's perform a diagnostic. It has been 1,946,218,000,000, or no, that's 1,946,218,921,221 years since the last diagnostic. 64% of worlds operating within expected parameters. That's a long time there, bro. 2,611,384 actionable observations awaiting analyses. Subroutine, Sentinel. Status, error, null value. Subroutine, Glass. Status, operational. 4,182 breach attempts. Subroutine, Traveler. Status, operational. 458 critical error warnings. Exomine structural integrity compromised. Immediate repairs required. Initiate personality interface. Yeah, let's do it. Traveler. Reality fades. Everything does. My body, my voice, my soul, all of it speaks to me. The Atlas stands before me in all its might. I want to ask about Artemis. I want to find them, but something is happening to me. I need to get out of here. I need to scream. I try to scream, but I have no mouth, no form. And there it goes. The Atlas got irritated with us and kicked us out. Uh-oh. Where are we going now? Doodly doot, doodly doot, doodly doot. Come on, Garth. Hopefully, it puts us on a good planet. Sometimes it'll stick us on some toxic, hostile world that we can't survive on if we don't have the right hazard protection. Oh, look at this. We're on a shattered planet. Yes, I've been searching for one of these planets in my main playthrough, and I can't find one. It's like, are you serious? Because I want to get one of the cubes from this planet. These are a rare planet. So cool, we are on this planet. Look, Sentinels are minimal, so there's nothing on this planet. So we can scan a little bit. We need to find our starship, which isn't too far away. What's nice is it's got copper, gold, and salt. We can search around. Oh, there's a hot spot somewhere here. That direction. And a gas cloud. Let's go check out the mineral deposit. I want to check that out. If it's a gold deposit, we're setting up a mining base right here. Can't help myself. Gold is what you need to make money with. We're going to try and get some of that going. Oh, wait, what's that? Is that one? No, it's not. I try to keep my eyes open for those rarities. Here they are. Is that one? No, they're a different color. I'm kind of colorblind, so I can't tell the difference in the colors of what they are. This is a really odd planet, though. Usually these planets don't have those ossified creatures like that rolling around right there. Usually they have some little exclamation point on planets like this. Let's see, we're getting close. One more jump. Let's see. 25 units. If it's not a very good one, then we'll move on, boys and girls. I'm not going to waste too much time looking for anything important. But if it's gold, nope, it's copper. It's a copper hotspot. No electric near here, though. Not too concerned about a C-class gas cloud. We've already got oxygen, so we're not too concerned. Let's see. Our starship is back that way. I was hoping for a glitch, a reality glitch, but I guess we're not getting one. So let's head to our ship. Wait a second. Do we have it? Do we have it? Yes, we do. Plop that down. Watch this, boys and girls. We're going to summon in our exocraft. That's why I built this thing and we carry it around in our inventory. There we go. We'll put the Nomad down. Now we can pick this thing up, put it back into our inventory. So this summoned it from our main base. Now we have an exocraft anywhere we go. So we can ride around, collect materials using the laser beam. Gets us around pretty quick. We can scan for resources and things like that. Once we get close to a reality glitch, it will show up as a yellow or an orange question mark in the game. Just like you see the plants like this one right here coming up. You see that little icon, but it'll have a question mark in it. So that there will let you know that you're close to a reality glitch on these planets. I like to collect these reality glitches. This way it gives us decorations for our base. They're around, just not very often. You'll find them. I don't know about this one. This seems to be kind of hard to find some around here on this planet. I don't know why. But there's plenty of cobalt and carbon and ferrite on this planet. So if you guys are looking for it, this is a pretty decent planet. It's pretty quiet for the most part. Where is our starship? Right over there. Perfect. And the Nomad is a perfect tool to be using on a planet like this, because if there's water, then you can hovercraft across the water, that kind of stuff. Oh. Man, was that a glitch? I bet it was. I was just hoping for one so I could duplicate it later and make some decorations, you know what I'm saying? But I can't seem to find any of those reality glitches anywhere in the area. I don't understand why. Oh well, no big deal. Let's get out of here. Let's get down to our ship. And if you see this setup, this location, this is where in the very beginning in the game, in the Atlas, you wake up on a planet and you don't know where you're at. This is what happened. You were basically regenerated in a spot just like this. This is basically the Atlas resetting you into a new life form or whatever. But the Atlas in this point hasn't reset you as a new traveler. So it's basically keeping the same program going. And you wake up in an open spot looking for your ship. At least in this instance, none of your things are broken. So you don't have to worry about your technology like your backpack or your multi-tool. None of that is broken. Basically, the Atlas kicked you out before it was ready. So just be prepared. Whoops, let's get back into third person. To find a spot like this. There's always guaranteed with these spots, there's always 4 oxygen plants here so you can get that resource. I want to take a look around. I still don't see any reality glitches here, which kind of sucks. That's all right though. We can do a little bit of scanning, making some money. Now you can talk to the Atlas through here to let him know that you're activating yourself again, but I choose not to. I'm not going to do that. So we're going to jump in. Our launch thruster's damaged. Now see, I checked I escaped to my ship, glad of something familiar in this strange world. Where has the portal taken me? I was caught in the gravity of that infernal machine, not strong enough to resist. It identified itself as Atlas, the entity so many worship and fear. I saw no sign of Artemis, no trace of the Sentinels. Why did I even step through that gateway? Why did I follow this path? Because we're looking for Artemis. That was the whole point of us getting started. Otherwise, we could have went and done our own thing. Is that true? Or is it just a lie I tell myself, the kind of thought a noble person might have? Artemis was in need of assistance, But did I really risk my life just for them? There is something more, some other yearning. As I stare at the console, an opportunity presents itself once more. There is an inbound transmission emerging from a location on this very planet. All right, Delta, I appreciate you popping into the stream. Thanks for watching. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notification bell if you're new here to the channel, because I do a live stream every Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I drop out at least one playthrough series episode towards the end of the weekend. Like on Fridays, maybe a Saturday, I'll drop out another episode. But if I can hit 300 subscriptions, I will start doing live face cams, and I will be streaming 2 nights a week plus an episode. But you guys got to help me get to that 300 point. I appreciate it, and thank you guys for tuning in. Now let's get back to the story. Thanks for tuning in, Delta. I appreciate it. Thanks for all that support and everything that you've done to help me get this far. Okay, so now we got a comms coming in. Let's see what that says. You are not alone. The signal appears to be coming from this very system, using the same word that led me to Artemis so long ago. Could it be them? Did Artemis meet the Atlas as I have? No, we know that was not Artemis. Now our launch thrusters are damaged, which is odd because I looked at all our technology and there was nothing wrong with it. As soon as we jumped into our ship, this became damaged. Now we have to repair it. We need a dihydrogen jelly, which we can make. We've got plenty of dihydrogen, so we'll take that and we'll throw that into the launch thruster. There we go. And we made that pure ferrite earlier, so now we have that and we can repair it. And now our launch thrusters are fixed and completely refueled. So now we can take off from the planet and go find out what to do. We were working with Apollo, so let's see what happens. Okay, we got a signal, and that comms or whatever is leading us off in this direction. How far is that? 40 seconds away? Yeah. And it seems like there's a lot of buildings and things on this planet, so we must be in a pretty good system for the most part. It is a reality glitch planet, an anomaly planet, I should say. It should have anomaly glitches on it, but I didn't find any as we were scooting along. But since we summoned our little nomad exocraft onto this planet, we can use that. We can pick that up and reuse it here in this area. All right, let's see. Is there anything else nearby for a building? I don't see it. And the marker says to land here, but I am looking for something more. It's probably a transmission tower, if I do recall correctly. Locate the source of the mysterious echo. And the only building I see close to here is the boundary separation, which I know that is not it. There should be a transmission tower somewhere near here, but we'll land over here at this boundary separation. This is what I was talking about. If you guys want to find out the actual creator of the universe storyline, this is where you get those storylines from. Now this is a big ring, and I think what Hello Games is trying to do is tie in the entire storyline. You know, you guys keep talking about the Void Mother and all that stuff with the autophage and that part of the quest line with the Sentinels. I believe these rings are going to be a part of that. Later in the game, this thing will open up, and from that ring, billions of Sentinels will start pouring through this ring, and what they will do is destroy the galaxy, all the life in it. Because if you read the storyline with Nada and Polo, those were the only 2 survivors in one galaxy. And what had happened is all the Sentinels appeared in that galaxy all at once, and they destroyed the entire galaxy, all the living life forms in the galaxy within 54 minutes. And I think they used these boundary separation failures. These are like big gateways from the Atlas core, or whatever you want to call it, the reality, the glass, the world of glass that they come from. Iteration 3489023904A. A terminal blinks awaiting input. Let's download the data. Scenario subroutine Sentinel 20491 dispatched to intervene in lifeform designates. War. Removal from history. Continuation of creator protocols. Sentinels. Eradicate species. 148. Do not return. Diagnostic error, data loss, error. Analyses. Blank continues to express original program directives, growing its ability to model conflict scenarios. Redundant behavior, data loss troubling, potential loss of control. Self-awareness. So that was the start of the storyline. If you hit more and more of these, it will give you a little bit of the storyline each time you come upon one of these things. But I though that's not what we're looking for. These are the life forms on the planet. So we got to go 260 units that way. And I believe there it is right there. You see that? There's a grave. That's what we're looking for, boys and girls. Now you look at the target sweeper. The target sweeper sends us off in that direction. But if you actually look at the sway of this thing, it gives you a cone of effect. So from the point you're at, it could be in any direction in that way, as long as you can find wherever the center point is. But let's cruise over here and see if we can't get to this grave and find out what's going on. But I want to look for reality glitches along the way. Is that one? No. They're around here. They're a different color. Each of these squares are all the same color, except for the reality glitches are a different color, and they usually fly closer to the ground. There's one. There's a reality glitch. See, this is a different color than this one. These are like a green, I guess. But that's what I was looking for. They're not appearing on my scanner for some reason, which is really disturbing. They should appear. Oh well, I got one. Let's get over to this grave. Wait, is that another one? Yes, it is. There's another one. See? Now it appears. Let's pick that one up as well. Cool. So we got those. We got 2 of them. That's all we need. I don't need any more. There we go. And this gives us the location right here. So let's see what this grave's got to say for us. I approach the source of the signal. A hologram appears. It is Artemis, but there is only silence, the slow pulse of cosmic noise in the signal. Artemis, are you okay? If Artemis can hear me, they make no sign. The hologram just stares. It's strange, but I feel a sense of déjà vu, as if I've been here before, right at this very moment. Where are you, Artemis? As I move closer, the Artemis projection begins to speak, their words punctuated by a strange static. They came. Zzz. Watched closely. Zzz. Machines, murderers. Zzz. Against the... Zzz. The voice falls silent. The projection looks at me. Something is very wrong. Let's scan it. I scan the hologram. It bears the exact same signatures as every other transmission I have received from Artemis. There is no ulterior source for the signal. Everything they have said appears to have come from right in front of me. As I stand here, Artemis begins to speak. Where are the called them, but still beloved? Anomaly, they nada, polo, watching us, tracking. Mistake. Abandoned, but it wasn't. Through the portal. Please, don't trust. I'm afraid. Aren't... calm down, Artemis. The projection fizzles away to mere static. The echo is all that is left of the entity known as Artemis, a grave of glitched data trapped in a sunless reality. My friend is dead. Perhaps they were never alive. I must tell Apollo what I have seen. Oh no, so this is Artemis's grave. Oh, what a sad moment, boys and girls. We found Artemis, but he's already dead. Was he dead when we started searching for him? Or was he alive and died and the Atlas kicked him out right before we got here? We don't know. So now... You like those added sound effects, Maxie? I try to read it out as best I possibly can. I know I'm not that good of a narrator, but I give it my best, you know what I'm saying? So we found Artemis. Artemis is dead. So now what do? Let's see. We need to tell Apollo about the portal and Artemis. We need to find a hollow terminus, and that's what I was looking for. I forgot that we needed to find the grave first. I forgot about that little piece. See, I go through these all the time and I get confused because I do so many different playthroughs on different series and stuff. So it's always a point at where we're at. Okay, let's you know what? Let's call in our little nomad here. There we go. Now we can jump in. Let's head over here. See if there's any glitches. I want to see if we can find a couple more. I don't see any. Usually they fly pretty low to the ground, and you can pick them up that way. But I think I just destroyed one. You can aim your laser beam at them as well, and that will tell you whether it's a glitch or not. Because if it shows you like the ferrite dust and dihydrogen, if it shows you that, then it's not what you're looking for. But you can find other things as well here. Look, there's one right there. See? Now I hit the scanner. It's supposed to appear, but it's not. So this is another reality glitch right here. But if you aim your laser beam at it, that tells you whether it's a mineral or that kind of thing. So that's an easier way to find them. That's how I find them sometimes. Let's jump in, jump out, do that little save. Now we'll take off, we'll do a scan and see if we can't find ourselves a hollow terminus on this planet. As we did, it gives us the location, and it's only, what, a few seconds away. We'll jet over there real fast to our little boost. But I like these planets because they're quiet for the most part. You're not listening to starships flying by you all the time. You're not listening to all that extra noise that most inhabited planets have. I don't see any other buildings except for this one right over here. Let's see how far away that is. That's a boundary separation. Look, there's two more right there side by side. So we're close to a ley line and finding a hollow terminus. There it is right there. See, it's usually within 500 units of that little red marker. It'll be within 500 units of that. So we were pretty close. And there's a ley line with them two boundary separation failures running in this direction, like northwest and southeast kind of thing. But let's get out. Let's run over here. We're going to pick up some goodies. We'll get all this stuff out of here. Always try to collect your extra goodies and stuff when you stop at these little sites. This way you can make money. That's the whole point. Try to make money. This is one of the free ways of making money. I don't see any plants. I don't see any nav data cubes except for that little orange one in the window. Let's go over here and see what we can get. There's some nanites in here. I do wish, though, that these things here, these buildings, these little campsite structures, I wish we could make one of those as like an emergency camp, kind of like what is it? I don't have it in this playthrough, but what are they? Those marine shelters where you can just slam one of those down and get up inside of it to get out of the water so you can regain your oxygen. I wish they made these buildings as like a temporary shelter for you, not to set up like a base or anything like that, but just to help you get out of the hazards in the game. Kind of like the mud hut. At one point in time, the mud hut that you get like in your plant section right here, well, you can buy it at the Space Anomaly for Quicksilver, but you used to be able to put the mud hut out and make that as a temporary shelter for you to get in. But during not the, I can't remember what update it was, but they changed that, and it's no longer just a quick shelter for you to get out of. No, you've never used the shelter? I always try to find a cave myself, but sometimes I will want to put down a shelter like a mud hut or something like that. I think it would help out the new players get along a little bit better in the beginning, but it's not necessary. Here we go. We're almost to the top. Let's see if we can contact Apollo. See what happens. Warning. Network compromised. Warning. Manual override required. There are no signal matches for Artemis or Apollo. The terminal is a stream of warnings and errors. Let's produce a manual override. The warning messages cease. Some new frequency shimmers into being. Hello? Ooh, and here enters Null, boys and girls. This is who I was talking about earlier, if nobody knows who Null is, if you've made it to this point in the storyline. But Null, through all the history and the playthroughs that I've done, Null is the very first traveler introduced into the universe. You are not alone. Tell me, what's the point in living if we know that life will finish? Death doesn't erase life. But it does. All those moments gone, everything that came before, meaningless. I know you, traveler. I know where you've been. I know where you're going. What if I told you that Artemis could be saved? What if I told you that Artemis could live once more, after a fashion? What would you do then? I wonder. Who are you? I am nothing. The blood of Artemis is data, the heart its glitch. I can help you retrieve them both. We require a mind arc, a receptacle for their soul. Can you do that for me? I am reactivating Artemis's frequency. Speak with them when you are ready. The stranger offers me blueprints for something they call the Mind Arc, a device they claim will allow me to restore Artemis to life. Okay. I accept, not knowing who this stranger is or how they possess such knowledge of my adventures. But if there is a chance that I can help Artemis, I'll take it. And there we go. We get the blueprint to make a Mind Arc and a Soul Engine added to our book of recipes. And there's Artemis. Let's talk to Artemis. Are you? Artemis repeats these two words endlessly, unable to see my face or hear my voice. I must craft the Mind Arc before I can help them further. So, we've made it this far in the storyline. Now we have to craft a Mind Arc. And as you can see, our inventory is pretty full. So we're going to start dumping some of this extra stuff that we picked up from fighting the Sentinels. We're going to dump all that into our starship's inventory so we have a little bit of room. This way we can create a Mind Arc. We'll take our electric cubes and throw those in there for later at our base, which will help us out tremendously. There we go. Now we got ourselves a little bit more room. So the first thing we need to do is create, what is that, a soul engine and a mind arc. So we need cadmium or a cadmium drive. So the first thing we need to do is get 3 metal plating, a living pearl, and 120 cadmium. I don't know where we're at in the galaxy because the Atlas dumped us off here. Right? I know. Let's back out of here. We're in some solar system that we discovered a little bit ago, but we're on a shattered planet. So if you guys are looking for this kind of reality glitch planet, that's what it's called, is a shattered planet. They're an anomalous planet. But we have 4 other planetoids in this system. We got 2 moons and 3 planets. So that's a total of 5 planetoids, but I don't know where we're at. And if you look, whoops, let's get back in there. This is not a red star system, and that's where we need to go. So in our starship, we need a cadmium drive, which we have a cadmium drive installed, boys and girls, so we can fly to a red star system. We also have an A-class 2 A-class upgrades, so we can fly to another star system. So let's jump down off of here and get back to our starship. And we got to go get some cadmium. So the first thing we got to do is find a red solar system. So let's jump in, jump out, jump back into our ship, make sure that our warp drive is fueled enough for us to get to a red star system. But you have to have a cadmium drive installed. The only other way you can get cadmium is by getting a C-class or a B-class pulse engine upgrade, or I believe it's a photon cannon upgrade, and you install it and then dismantle it. We don't have those right now, so we're going to take off. We're going to head up to the space station and see if we can't do this the quick and easy way. Now, if they don't have what we need, we will end up going to a red solar system to mine up some cadmium. And that's going to take us a little bit extra time. So I try to save a little bit of time, and we'll fly to the space station. And I know, guaranteed, if you buy a C-class pulse drive upgrade and install it into your ship and dismantle it, you will get 75 cadmium. So that saves us from flying to a red solar system. That's one of the easy ways that I know of to get cadmium instead of going there. All right, Maxie, I appreciate you tuning in and watching the stream. Thank you for all the support and commenting and things. If you guys haven't checked out Maxie Bloke yet, you guys check out his channel. He puts out some really good content. I love the content he puts out. Good storylines and stuff. I've been watching the one of the 2 brothers, so I appreciate that. Thank you, Maxie, and I'll catch you on the flip side. See you soon. Don't forget to hit that like button if you guys haven't done that yet. All right, so let's head up here to the Technology Merchant. We're going to the Starship Technology Merchant. But first, I want to go to the Galactic Trade Terminal, and we're going to see what they've got in here for materials that we can buy. There's some cobalt. We could buy a little bit of that. And they got some gold, uranium. Uranium is good. We don't need any of that right now. Dihydrogen jellies for life support. We don't need that. Hermetic seals, we don't need those either. Let's go into here and see what we can sell. If we've got anything to sell. We don't here. Let's see if we got anything in our starship. I don't see anything in here to sell per se. The quad servos, I'm going to save those. Those are for buffs for our frigate missions later in the game. So I'm going to save those. Those are end game content. So we're going to keep all this stuff here that we got right now. We got vortex cubes. We can get rid of those. But let's see what kind of guild we have here. That's a merchant's guild. Yeah, so we need to find an explorer's guild in order to get rid of our vortex cubes. Our vortex cubes are given to the explorer's guild. So let's get rid of that. We'll get rid of the vortex cubes. We got everything else. Everything else is keepable. Let's head upstairs to the Starship Merchant. Let's see if he's got a couple of pulse engine upgrades. There's the launch thruster. Excuse me, can't say that white. Spock, you're still here? Was you snoozing or what? We got pulse engine upgrade right here. So we're going to buy that. 75 nanites. Be aware, this is going to cost you a little bit of nanites. Not a big deal. We got an endless supply of those. But we're looking for pulse engine upgrades. We got a launch thruster upgrade right there. That's nice. We might have to buy that. There's an infra knife module. That's a C class though. Not worth the nanites. We're going to buy this launch thruster module for sure. There we go. Let's get out of here. We're going to go over here to the exocraft vendor. See if we can't find any upgrades for our exocraft while we're here. There's a Humboldt drive for your submarine when you get it. We haven't got that yet. So let's head back this way. Let's talk to this guy. We're going to learn a few words while we're here. I'm just going to blow through these. If you guys want me to slow down and take time reading all this stuff for you guys, you let me know in the comments. There's a B class multi-tool. We got ourselves an A class, so we're doing pretty good with that. We got ourselves a really good multi-tool, so we're pretty much set. Let's come in here and talk to the multi-tool merchant, see if we can't get ourselves an upgrade here. Plasma launcher, no. They got a pulse spitter module. We can buy that. And a scatter blaster. Let's check out our multi-tool one more time. I think we've got all the S-class multi-tool things we can get. There's an X, but we can switch to an S-class. I think an S-class would be better than this X. So we can dismantle that and get rid of it. Let's buy that pulse spitter upgrade real fast. Come on. We're going to buy that for our multi-tool. Perfect. We got that. Let's get our backpack upgrade. Perfect. We needed this. We need about a dozen more of these things. I'm going to go up here into the technology and we're going to install that. 100,000 units for that upgrade, boys and girls. So be aware, if you're doing your technology slots, they get more expensive every time you do them. So let's take this. We're going to move this oxygen recycler over. We're going to take this and move this up here. So this gives us a little bit more room so we can install something later. All right, our pulse spitter module, let's install that. And that's going to break everything for an upgrade that we have for our multi-tool. This is our lowest one, so we're gonna dismantle this. We will get in our inventory, we will get a wiring loom and a little bit of resources for that. A launch thruster for our starship. Let's put that in. Hold on, let's move this over. Put this right next to our, where is it? What am I doing? Here it is, right here. Doi. I'm so confused sometimes. That's an automatic recharger. So if we put, let's take this, move this down. We're going to move these things around a little bit. This way, we've got, here we go. There, that helps it out. So we get 20% launch cost there and 20% launch cost there since they've got an adjacency bonus. This way, that helps out. This is an automatic recharger. We don't really need that next to the launch thruster itself, but we do just to make it a cube. And this way we got a little bit of space moved around. I just wanted to make sure because we need to get some phosphorus and we need to get some hydraulic wirings. But we got our backpack upgrade. We've got some upgrades in our storage box. Ognum Games, welcome to the stream. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate that. If you guys haven't checked out a great content creator, Ognum Games, check him out on YouTube. He likes doing these playthrough series as well. He likes doing survival and permadeath playthroughs. And he's been doing a couple speed runs that I have been watching there. I'm glad you tuned in. Thank you for showing up, Ognum. I appreciate that. All right, let's check out our exosuit upgrade guy and see if they got anything for us. They got a movement module. They've got some more hazard protections and a life support. Okay, so let's go back into our exosuit and we're going to check it out real quick. We need one more hazard protection. We need the toxic hazard protection upgrade module for our exosuit. Let's see if he's got that toxic. I don't think he did he? No, it was just movement. Oh, there it is, the toxic protection. We're buying that, we're spending that. Look at that, we only get a 15% discount, 15 nanite discount, because we're not really friendly with the Korvax. So we need to increase our standing with the Korvax. We're gonna move this over here, and then we're gonna install this. So now we've got a hazard protection for each environment. Let's throw a battery in here. Chikaboink. Cool, so now we're set up. We're doing a little bit better. We got some more hazard protection. We got, oh, that's right, never mind. I wanna hurry up and get out of here. I forgot what I was showing you guys there. Okay, since we got this C-Class Pulse Engine upgrade, we're gonna install this, right? We'll just install it right there. It doesn't really matter. We're not gonna keep it, all right? So once it's installed, as you see down there at the bottom of the window, it tells you where to dismantle it. So we get 75 deuterium, 75 cadmium, and 1 wiring loom. So there's our cadmium that we're collecting. So we're gonna dismantle that, and it throws that cadmium right there into our inventory. So if you want to put in a cadmium drive or an emerald drive, you get that cadmium. But what we're doing, let's go back into our inventory, as we're creating the soul engine. All right, and we need 120 cadmium. So we need another C-Class upgrade for our soul engine. So that'll give us 150 cadmium. But since we can only buy one C-Class pulse engine module, we need to find a photon cannon module, which they have a A-Class photon cannon module here. I don't see a C-Class, but we'll take that A-Class photon cannon module. So this is the other one that gives you cadmium when you destroy it. So I'm gonna buy that. We got a few extra nanites. There we go. Now we'll take this A-Class module and we'll install that. Doesn't matter where, it doesn't matter. You can connect it to the photon cannons or whatever. But I'm gonna dismantle it, and you see down at the bottom of the window, it says 125 cadmium, 1 ion battery, and 1 wiring loop. So that's what we get for dismantling it. Now that gave us enough cadmium to make our soul engine for the mind arc. So we need 1 living pearl. Let's come over here to the guild window and see if they have any freebies that they can give us. They got some starship fuel, so let's put that in our starship. But I don't see any, there's a cargo bulkhead for our freighter, but I don't see anything else. So let's donate. Let's see, we got nothing in our starship to donate. We got salvage data in our exosuit, so we'll donate 3 salvage data. That gives us standing with the Merchants Guild. Let's check out our starship and our exosuit. So there we go. Now up in the top right, you see that it gives us 3 standing with the Merchants Guild. Now in our discoveries tab, where is it? Our catalog and guide. We come over here to the Korvax and we click on that. We open it up and now we can go to the Merchants Guild and it tells us exactly where our standing is. Next rank, journeyman in 5. So we need to donate 5 more items to get 5 more standings with the Merchants Guild, and then they will give us the next level of items in the Merchants Guild. Look, there's a warp hypercore. So we can actually get a warp hypercore now. Instead of having warp fuel cells, we can pick these things up for free. Launch fuel and warp cells for free from the Merchants Guild. Perfect. So that helped us out. And you can only donate 1 time per station unless you leave the system and come back. So what I want to do since we increased our rank with the Traders Guild, we're now an apprentice. Oh, that ship took off. I didn't want that to happen. That's okay. Let's get back to our starship and we'll get back on course here. All right. I hope you guys are enjoying the stream. Don't forget to hit that like button, y'all. Let's see. What does our log tell us to do now? Harvest living pearls. So what we need to do is go into our catalog, materials and items, correct? And then we need to go down to, is it raw materials and exotic? I believe. No, it is not there. Crafting components. Is it here? I don't see it in the list. Exotic goods. There it is, a living pearl. So you come over here out of your exotic goods and then we pin this. Item is never crafted. So we need to pin that, right? Once we pin that, that will give us the ability to find it. Harvest the living pearl. So we need to find a planet with water on it. Jump in, jump out of our starship real fast. Whoops, what happened there? Boy, that was a double jump. Epic fails by Cobalt Dale. You guys saw it here first. Okay, let's take that wiring loom, throw that in our starship. There we go. So let's take off and let's go find us a planet with some water in it. The shattered planet didn't have any water. This is a frozen planet, I do believe. Yes, that has no water on it that I can see. Let's go into cockpit view and we will look around for planets. Now there's two moons behind this frozen planet. Now I know for a fact that moons never have water. See, that's terraforming catastrophe. And there's another moon right behind that planet, but there's still one planet left in the system. And you can see from here, that planet looks like it has water on it. So let's scan that. And that's a frozen planet. It's an icy aberrance, but yet it has water on it. So we can fly there and get ourselves a pearl, a living pearl, which will be okay. So let's see. We need a living pearl. We got our cadmium that we got from those upgrades. Otherwise, we'd have to go to a red star system. And we got 3 metal plating in our starship inventory. And then the Mind Arc takes the Soul Engine, 3 wiring looms, and 3 glass. And if you guys don't know how to make glass, let's go into our personal refiner. We're going to grab some stuff out of our backpack called silicate powder. We'll take the silicate powder. It's 40 silicate powder per window or glass. And as you see there, we can make 3 glass with 128 silicate powder. So you can either make it out of silica powder, or as we're flying to this planet, we can pick up frost crystals. Frost crystals also make glass in your backpack refiner. So you're able to make windows in 2 different ways. So you guys know those recipes. I like to show you guys recipes as I use them. Most of the time I try to skate around so it isn't so hard when I'm doing my own personal playthrough. That pirate's about 3 minutes away. Yeah. We are looking for water, right? That's what we're here for. We're looking for pearls. Let's find an ocean. I don't see an ocean. I don't see any water. Is that some water? Hopefully there's a pearl down here in this water. We're looking for clams. Big clams. If we can find a clam in the water, then we can get ourselves a living pearl. So let's head down here real fast and see what we can get. Land real close to the water here. Not in it, because you can't land in the water. For some reason, your ship is not watertight, but it's airtight. Okay. And we are on a worm-ridden planet. So be aware, there might be vile spawn on the planet. That means that there's a clam. Perfect, there's a clam. We can get that. to get our pearl. That there might be some worms that'll jump out of the ground and attack you, just like in the expedition that they got going on right now. Writhing worms or whatever they are, titan worms. The big worms that are jumping through the sky and landing on the ground next to you and that kind of thing, those are called titan worms. The writhing spawn are the little worms that poke their head out of the ground and come and get you. Okay. We are in the water, and that clam is below the surface of the dirt. So I aim off to the little side a little bit. We're going to drill a big hole into the ground. Hopefully we can pop a hole into a cave. That's what we're looking for. As you can see, we did pop a hole into a cave down here below the surface. And we need to come over here to the clam. Now you don't have to open it up. All you got to do is use your X button or whatever button it is to open an object, and it'll open up the clam right away and grab it for you. There are some crystalline sulfide here. I'm going to pick these up as well because we'll need those later in the game. I know that for a fact. So we collect those. Let's do a little bit of scanning. We can only be underneath the water for so long because we run out of oxygen. These white glowy plants right here are oxygen. These kelp plants will give us oxygen. So if we're running out of air under the water, we can grab one of those and it'll replenish our oxygen supply. I'm just taking a look around right now, trying to scan some stuff down here and see what we can get. Don't shoot anything down here while you're underneath the water because jellyfish will come out, and those jellyfish are hostile. They will attack you. Let's see if we can find anything else. Okay, our oxygen is getting low. It's starting to make a little noise. Can you guys hear that? So we grabbed this kelp plant, and that replenished our oxygen so we can keep swimming underneath here a little bit longer. And as you can see, every now and then you'll see a white plant, a little kelp plant. It gives us extra oxygen. Okay, so we're good. Let's take our terrain manipulator and we're going to blow a hole through the dirt and back to the surface. We're not going to swim around in this cave for too long. I just wanted to get that pearl, and we can make that soul engine. Then we're scanning the fish and stuff that's in the water here. Let's see if we can find any more fish in the water. It's kind of hard sometimes. You can't always get them to pop up. This is pretty shallow water for the most part. Where's our ship? Back over there. Yeah, we'll scoot back over here to our ship. Try to get down below the water's surface. This way you can take a look around and see if there's any other life forms in the water. I don't see any, so we'll get out of this water, head back to our ship, and we'll make that soul engine. Once we make the soul engine, then we'll have to make the mind arc, and that will help us get Artemis. And from there, I don't know what's going to happen. Apollo hasn't, or Null, the new entity that we discovered, Null, hasn't told us what we're doing with it. I know from experience, but let's keep it a little bit quiet so we don't give any spoilers to anybody. Let's throw this crystalline sulfide in our starship. Now, let's make the soul engine. So we got 3 metal plating, we got a living pearl, and 120 cadmium. Let's make the soul engine. Perfect. We got 2 living pearls, so we'll throw that extra one into our starship. And now we need to make the mind arc. So we need 3 glass, which we were making in our exosuit refiner, if you guys remember that. Let's throw that into our exosuit. We'll put the rest of the silicate powder back, and there you go. You guys now know how to make glass or windows for your base as well, if you haven't seen that part yet. I think it's in part 2 of this series that we're doing. If you guys haven't checked it out, go back and watch the beginning of the series and catch up with the rest of us so you know what's going on. So now we have everything to make the mind arc, which is 1 soul engine, 3 wiring looms, and 3 glass. So this is very expensive, boys and girls. That's why I did the cadmium with the pulse engine and the photon cannon. That gives us a couple extra wiring looms if you don't have them, instead of flying to a red star system, because you might not have enough units in order to build this thing. So if you don't have enough units to buy wiring looms, that's one way to get them, is by installing Starship technology and dismantling it. You can do it with your multi-tool as well, with certain types of things like your pulse spitter or your S-class upgrades, that kind of stuff. You'll get those wiring looms from them. So let's build this mind arc. Shkaboink. Now we have a mind arc to go get Artemis. So let's see what our quest tells us to do. It'll pop off here in just a second, and let's see what happens. It now tells us Starship guidance message. We need to take off. No. Bring the mind arc to Artemis. Return to the holo terminus to speak to Artemis. All right, so let's take off. We're going to head back up into space. We got to go back to that planet where the holo terminus was that we found Artemis at. We talked to him and he kept repeating himself. Hold on. Yeah, we're going to head back there. If you guys want, this planet's got dioxide and stuff like that on it. So if you need to collect materials, do that stuff while you're doing your quest line. You don't have to race through the quest line to get to each stage of it. Explore the planet, discover creatures, discover plants, rocks, all that stuff. It really makes a difference. Enjoy the game and play it the way you play it. Uh-oh, here we go. What is going on here? So it was on the same planet it was telling us. So let's find out where we're supposed to land. I don't see a transmission tower. Or where was that grave? I think that's what we're looking for, is a grave. Let's come down over here a little bit. Because it tells us to land on this planet up there, and I'm not really sure where it's telling us to go. So I'm going to land up here. Oh, there is a holo terminus here. How about that? It literally directed us to the holo terminus. Usually it tells you within 500 units wherever that marker is. The holo terminus didn't pop out of the ground. Kind of looked like one of them plants. So let's hit the save beacon. Where was it? Let's hit the save beacon here. We'll check all the goodie boxes. What's funny is we don't have to go back to the planet that we talked to Artemis on with the holo terminus where we first seen him and he was all glitched out. So let's hit the save beacon. We did all that. Let's run over here. See if we can't get some goodies out of these buildings. Get some nanites, that kind of thing. Anything to keep our units and stuff like that flowing. Nanites are a big deal. I know we got pretty lucky with this playthrough. We got a couple of runaway mold bases. So there we go. Collect those extra nanites. Here's some nav data. Oh no, that's some more nanites. Perfect. That helped us out. And let's get up on the transmission tower and talk to Artemis. Where's that at? Completely run around the building the wrong way. Go figure, right? Okay, let's get up this ladder real fast. There we go. We're almost there. Then we can talk to Artemis again and see what happens. Holo terminus activated. Multiple signal sources available. The tower hosts a powerful transmitter designed to facilitate holographic communication across long distances. Hello, Artemis. Ring, ring, ring. Ring, ring, ring. Hello. Artemis, are you there? And there's Artemis. We can comfort Artemis at this point. We really don't have to. We should use the mind arc and see what happens. I activate the mind arc. I do not know what I expect. Some show of light and fury, some catharsis, where Artemis emerges into the flesh, restored to life. What was that? Catharsis. I said it wrong. Catharsis. Some catharsis, where Artemis emerges in the flesh, restored to life before my eyes. But it is not to be. One moment I see their hologram, and the next there is nothing. The stranger who gave me these blueprints beckons me over, their signal still active. Hello, Null. What the hell happened, buddy? Travelers are a dream and an idea that we have some special place in the universe. Artemis had it, you had it. Excuse me, boys and girls, I apologize for that. Hope I didn't blow your eardrums out. Travelers are a dream, an idea that we have some special place in this universe. Artemis had it, you had it, Apollo too. Though they would conceal it, even I had this dream long ago. We are countless, my friend, walking these worlds, yearning for friendship. No one wants to be alone, not truly. But the closer you get to others, the more you risk hurting yourself, hurting them. The deepest secret of the universe is not that of the glass, or the Aerons, or the progenitors. It is that final act, the decision to abandon those who need you. It is the primal sin, the foundation of existence itself. Go to the stars, traveler. Your friends wait for you. They will help you bring peace to poor Artemis. Return when you are finished. We have much to discuss. Wow. What a jackwagon, right? No, what a self-influenced ego. I've got bigger, less used words for that guy. If you guys weren't here earlier when I was talking about it, Null is the one that created the issue with the Atlas. And that's why we're having to go find Artemis and all this other stuff. That's why people are afraid to use the portals and everything, because Null created all this chaos. But let's jump into our starship. We made that little save. Let's take off, and we're going to head back up into space, and we're going to summon up the anomaly so we can go talk to Nada. Say, Nada, look at what we did. We trapped Artemis inside a mind arc. Can you believe it? So I don't even know where we're at in the galaxy per se. Whoops, I was going to refuel that. There we go. But we got ourselves a little bit of extra material here. We can bring all this back to our base once we get close to the space station, and we'll call in the anomaly, that kind of stuff. We'll take care of that business first, and then we'll get on with talking to Null afterwards. We're pretty close. Man, we're still a long ways away. Our exosuit's kind of cleared out. We got ourselves an extra hazard protection, which really made a difference. Let's charge this cold protection up with a battery, since we're just on an icy planet. We got ourselves a conflict scanner installed. We need to get some phosphorus, and we need to get 3 hydraulic wirings. We can pick those all up at the space station. Incoming message. Uh-oh. Reject their lies. Follow us to freedom. The ship is broadcasting the same message over and over, an endless loop. Its message has decayed over time, but there are still salvageable coordinates amid the noise. You see that ship off the starboard bow there? It's that's a solar ship rotating around there. That's where we're getting the signal from. Let's accept those coordinates. I shut down my receiver and input the coordinates to my starship's navigation systems. One final check reveals no life forms, no further intelligent message from the abandoned vessel. Okay, you can't collect that ship or anything. It's just sort of flying right there. So what I'm going to do is it started us a different quest line, which is the Quest for Freedom Star line. Under a Rebel Star quest line. That's it. It gives us a different objective. We need to go back into our logs. It's called the Under a Rebel Star. That's the pirate quest line, so we can learn about pirates. But we're still doing the first Traveler quest line, so we need to change our quest back to that so we can go and call in the anomaly, which I'm going to do right here. I like to turn around and face away from the space station. This way, when we come out of the anomaly, we're facing the space station and we can fly there right away. But let's head into the space anomaly, and we're going to go talk to Nada. tell him what Null did for us about the Mind Arc and stuff, so we can fix Artemis. Maybe bring him back to life or whatever's going on. So we're going to check that out. Look at this. All this free parking. Nice real estate. All right, let's hop out. Love that synthesized funeral music that we got going on right now. We got to bring this Mind Arc up to nada. Oh, come on. There we go. Nada, nada, nada. Look at what we did. Friend entity. Polo observed your signal approach, but it was anomalous. The signature was from the wrong time. Are you well? Not incomplete? Not fading? Nada's visor light flares, burning with concern and distress. Let's reassure him. I tell Nada that I am well. My condition has not changed since I emerged from the portal. Nada relaxes, but a question still hangs in the air. I tell them about Artemis, about Null, and about the Mind Arc. The vessel glows brightly as I reveal it. It is Echo. I never thought to see a traveler soul. You are so beautiful. But friend entity, this Artemis Echo is in pain, disconnected. This arc is no rescue. Why? Artemis Echo will never have body again. Will never explore again. Old life gone, but we can help them. Nada has a machine. No, not machine. It is something living, a refuge. There is a choice. You may upload Artemis Echo to machine, to sub-simulation where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo end suffering. Let's ask about the simulation. I ask what life would be like inside this simulation. Nada pauses for a moment, staring at me strangely. Nada tells me Artemis would still feel joy at the things they experienced, but if they should learn of their fate, that they were alone, no longer real, unable to meet their friends, such knowledge may cause them great pain. You must choose. Upload them to machine, to sub-simulation where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo end suffering. Is there another way, Artemis? Nada shakes their head strangely, trying to adopt my own mannerisms. The gesture is appreciated, if disconcerting. You must choose. Upload them to the machine, to sub-simulation where they may live on, or help Artemis Echo end suffering. So we can either, right at this point, we can put Artemis into like a virtual reality and he'll live out his days inside there with his little soul or whatever it is that travelers are made from. Or we can exterminate Artemis's soul right now, basically put him to death. So this is the choice you guys get to choose. I'm not going to choose that for you. I'm not going to tell you one way or the other which way to choose. But me, I'm going to put him in the simulation because that's my own thing. But you can choose either way how Artemis meets his fate. So you have that choice right here. And this choice doesn't really affect the gameplay per se, but it does. It changes a few little things in the quest lines. But it's a significant choice for you to make. Go and speak with Polo, traveler. They will help you calibrate machines, no matter what your decision. Whatever you do, I am proud of your compassion. You are traveler friend. Okay, so let's go talk to Polo and see what Polo's got. Polo, what you got, bro? Nada told me what you need to do. Just know, friend, that we support you, no matter the choice. I will prepare the machine. It is not a friend's private refuge. Please treat it with care. All right, so Polo gives us the opportunity to go back here to Nada's private retreat and use the machine. Now, come on, where is it? That quest line. We don't want under a rebel star. We want the first traveler. For some reason, it keeps putting us under a rebel star. It wants us to do that quest line. I'm not prepared to do that quest line. So let's go back here. This is Nada's personal retreat. This room here reminds me of the X-Men's Dr. Xavier's Cerebro. That's what this room kind of reminds me of, but it's not. Let's do this. The Terminal Prime. The machine is ancient and powerful, a relic of an old world long since destroyed. The craft is extraordinary. It is clearly tended to often and with great love. I feel a whisper, not a faint hum over the speaker, as they commune with the machine. The words on panel unscrambled themselves. Nada entity authorization detected. Second simulation 5 right enabled. This relic is a simulation of a solar system, a prayer offered by ancient Korvax to the Atlas, now reshaped at the heart of the anomaly. A single false solar system, so dear to Nada. It will act as a home for Artemis should I wish it. And here's where you get to choose. I'm going to upload Artemis. You can allow Artemis to die. He's already dead for the most part, but his soul lives on, and you can decide what to do with his soul or whatever. I'm going to upload him. This way we get that little piece of quest line. Otherwise, if you choose the other way, this piece of quest line disappears. I upload Artemis to the simulation, a spark of blue light blazing through the air before me. It fades after a moment, disappearing into the depths of the machine. Nada tells me that it is done. For my sake, they will permit transmissions to and from this simulation, at least while the anomaly passes through safe systems. They warn me that Artemis will need some time to grow adjusted to their new life. And there we go. We uploaded Artemis's soul into a virtual reality is pretty much what we did. And now we can carry on with continue to investigate Null, share the burden of Artemis's fate with Nada in space, summon the anomaly from the quick menu. So let's go talk to Nada once again and see what happens. If Nada has nothing new to give to us, then we will take off and leave the space anomaly and go talk to Null again. Artemis Echo will live on. Traveler took them from corruption and restored them to a life of exploration, to see a solar system that none but Korvax have ever witnessed. You have done well, Traveler. And basically, Nada told us, you did a good job. Keep going, buddy. Let's talk to Polo. Don't worry, friend. We will take good care of Artemis simulation. The souls of your allies are safe with us. And they basically both told us, you did a good job. Congratulations. You saved Artemis's soul. So now we're done with that. At this point, we can go back to Null and start dealing with him, or we could do Under a Rebel Star. And for me, I'm going to do the Under the Rebel Star quest line. This way you guys can see that, and we can pick up the main quest line with Null again later. This is pretty much a side quest at this point. So I'm going to jump in, jump out. We're going to make a little save. And I believe at this point, boys and girls, I think I'm going to call the stream here. If you guys haven't done it yet, don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new here. Don't forget to say something in the comments. Let everybody know you're here. Don't be afraid to talk to all these other people that are in chat. We got some great content creators that have tuned in this evening to watch me do my live stream once a week, Tuesday evenings at 6:30 Central Standard Time US. And like I said, don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new. Don't forget to turn on that notification bell, because that notification bell lets you know when I put out a new video. I do live streams and it'll update you and let you know when my new live stream comes out. And usually around the weekends, I upload another video. I'm doing the Expedition playthrough series right now. Phase 4 should be coming out Friday or Saturday. Depends on how YouTube likes to upload my material. It could take a few minutes. It could take a couple hours. But you guys will be notified if you subscribe to the channel. And if I can get 300 subscriptions before the end of the year, I'll start using a face cam, and I'll be streaming live 2 nights a week and uploading a video once a week. So I appreciate you guys for tuning in, and I thank you for all the support. But until then, you guys stay safe, stay sexy, and peace out.